Factsverse presents Products You Will Never Buy After Seeing This. Number 1. Jell-O. Most kids have grown up eating Jell-O. Most parents believe that Jell-O is loaded with healthy ingredients. This is why hospitals serve it all the time. If you actually knew what was in the Jell-O, you might think twice before serving it to your children. The ingredient that gives the Jell-O its jiggle comes from collagen. It's a protein that comes from animal skins. According to a professor of animal sciences at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, the Jell-O manufacturers often get their jiggle from a pig. Number 2. Mechanically separated meat. When meat is being manufactured, it's not uncommon for some meat to keep clinging to the bones of the animal. When this happens, the meat is pushed through a sieve-like device on high pressure. The result is what looks like a pink paste or a pink batter. The paste is actually what's left of the meat, along with crushed-up pieces of cartilage and bone. Over the last few years, when mad cow disease was found in mechanically separated meat, this process has now been banned in human food manufacturing. Number 3. Hot dogs. No cookout is complete without hot dogs. However, there are plenty of chemicals and preservatives in this traditional cookout food. Hot dogs are also made of things that most people don't want to know they're eating. This food is made out of animal intestines. This is what the elastic casing is made of. The inside of the hot dogs is not made of meat like you would think either. The meat is made up of the leftovers of the pig. That includes more than just the pig's lips and other leftovers. There's also pig snouts in a hot dog. After hearing this, you might go with a hamburger rather than a hot dog at your next cookout. Number 4. Kasumarzu. Many people love cheese. You put it on your sandwiches, burgers, tacos, and many people eat cheese just by itself. A recent study has shown that the average person eats 23 pounds of cheese a year, and there are many people who like to try new expensive types of cheeses. If you're one of those people, one cheese you should probably avoid is Kasumarzu. This cheese has a great flavor and a strange texture. Unfortunately, it is maggots that give the cheese its unique texture and flavor. If you don't like the idea of eating maggots, you should find a different type of cheese to try. Number 5. Canned meats. Canned meats, such as Vienna sausages and Spam, might taste good. However, the things in those canned meats are not as appetizing as you would think. These meats contain leftover scraps and bits of food that you would not expect. When an animal's meat is processed, there are certain parts that are used, such as the stomach lining, beef and pork tissue, and even ground-up pieces of bone that are not used. These parts are used in Spam and Vienna sausage. Number 6. Fast food milkshakes. Most people who have ordered a cheeseburger and fries from their favorite fast food restaurant have at least tried a milkshake. Unfortunately, there are not too many fast food chains who use real ice cream in their milkshakes. The many who don't add over 50 ingredients and chemicals to their delicious frozen drinks. It's not uncommon for there to be crushed-up bugs in the milkshake to give it color. Some, and I'm not joking, even contain secretions from a beaver's anal glands to create that delicious vanilla flavor. There are also dangerous chemicals in many milkshakes to give it the consistency and to thicken the shakes. Before your next shake, maybe you should ask if the food chain uses real ice cream. If they don't, just order a soda. Number 7. Processed cheese. As I mentioned earlier, cheese is a very popular food. Many people will go to the store and pick up a package of processed cheese. Some people love it so much that they buy cheese in a can. Well, this cheese is not made up of 100% cheese. There are plenty of additives in this bright orange cheese that might make you think twice about buying it next time you go grocery shopping. Processed cheese is only about 51% real cheese. The other 49% is made up of additives and preservatives that keep the cheese and the oils from separating. If you want real cheese, visit the deli. Number 8. Twinkies. Of all the products you'll never buy after watching this video, Twinkies are the most disturbing. Twinkies are delicious, and they're a real popular treat. If you've ever bought a box of Twinkies and you looked at the expiration date, that might scare you. There are certain ingredients that go into these treats that allow them to have such a long shelf life. There are even some ingredients that come from mines deep underground. The color of a Twinkie comes from petroleum, You know, like oil and gasoline. The other 50 ingredients in Twinkies are all industrial. There are plenty of chemicals in Twinkies that you may never have heard of, like sulfuric acid, ethylene, and phosphoric acid. This might make you look at Twinkies in a totally different way. Number 9. Breakfast cereal. Many people love to have a bowl of cereal first thing in the morning. Unless the cereal is super sugary, most parents feel safe giving the children cereal. Unfortunately, some of the biggest cereal brands, such as Kellogg's and General Mills, they use high levels of chemicals in their cereals. One of the most dangerous is glyphosate. It's the same chemical you would find in a bottle of weed killer in your tool shed. It doesn't go right into the cereal. However, when the grains for the cereal are grown, farmers use so much of this chemical that there are large traces of it in the cereal that you love. Number 10. Tap water. For years, we drank water right from the tap because we didn't know any better. Today, things are different. There are large quantities of fluoride and chemicals in tap water that make drinking it dangerous. Also, it's not uncommon for a country's water supply to become contaminated with lead and other minerals and chemicals that are very harmful to the body. If you want a glass of tap water, make sure you at least have a filtration system. Subscribe for more! Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go clean out the food pantry. I don't think I'll have anything left after narrating this video.